What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how narcissistic people take away your voice, how you feel voiceless when you're in a relationship with a narcissist. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Thank you. This person is saying she got into an argument with her narcissistic partner and she feels like she has no voice. This is extremely common when you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people, where they feel like they minimize you so much that your words don't matter. Your opinion doesn't matter. Your existence sometimes doesn't even matter. And if you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person, that doesn't change over time. If anything, it gets worse. And the reason a lot of people stay in these relationships, because it wasn't the same in the beginning. Narcissists and toxic people like to trick you into believing that you will be heard, you will be listened to, and you will be appreciated for the duration of this entire relationship. The truth of the matter is a narcissistic or toxic person is love bombing you in the beginning just to get you in there, hook, line, and sinker. And then once they have you, they become their real selves. And the real version of them is going to devalue you, is going to minimize you and make you feel unimportant. But you stay in this relationship hoping that it will get better, hoping that you can get back to the beginning of the relationship because they showed you so much potential, right? Narcissists and toxic people steal your shine. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. So yes, feeling voiceless with a narcissist or a toxic person, because y'all, guess what? We know everybody's not a narcissist. I get so many people come in my comment section that are new here and just like, hey Lee, you know what? You're a bastard and not everybody is a narcissist and blah, 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 boo, 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 beep, beep, beep. Y'all get it. I get it. We all get it. We know that everybody's not a narcissist. The word narcissist is unimportant. We're describing the behaviors. You know what you're dealing with. You know who you're dealing with. So you understand what you're going through. And guess what, y'all? You might not be crazy. You might be feeling crazy, but you might not be crazy. So taking away your voice. So if you couldn't read the text on the screen, the woman said, happened yesterday. I feel I have no voice. They got into an argument and the narcissistic person shut her down completely. As soon as she started talking, as soon as she started trying to convey how she felt, he just completely shut her down. Or she just completely shut her down, because we know narcissism knows no gender. Women can be narcissists as well. I have a pretty substantial following of men that follow me too. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for following me. Because y'all know I'm not on here pandering to women. That's what some people say. Lee, you're pandering to women. You're just trying to hit chicks. What? No. Okay, that's beside the fact, y'all. But yeah, when you get into a relationship with a narcissist or a toxic person, understand this, y'all. That person that you're dealing with does not care what you have to say. Unless, I'm talking directly into the mic, unless it is a compliment or some type of praise. You never hear a narcissist shut you down for praising them too much, do you? You feel like you have a voice when you're giving them compliments and when you're praising them, don't you? You don't feel like you get stifled then, do you? You don't feel like you get shut down then, do you? Hey, babe, you treated me so good. I love you so much. Like, you're the best person in the world. Have you ever heard a narcissist? I'm not saying that they don't say it. Have you ever heard a narcissist say, I don't deserve that. I really don't. I'm not the best. I'm really not the best. Stop it. Really stop. No. You're the best. Narcissistic. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm back. Narcissistic people do not, like, they're going to shut you down, y'all. They just are. They just absolutely are going to shut you down if it's not a compliment or some type of praise. Like, narcissistic people know that, like, when you come to a narcissist and you try to open your mouth and say something about how you feel, hey, can we talk about how you make me feel? They're going to shut you down right there, because first of all, your tone is not what they needed to be. If your tone is off, like me personally, I can sense energy. If you come to me and just like, look, I don't really like the way Boot shut you down, right? I don't really like. As soon as you say I don't really like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut that down immediately. You know what I mean? Immediately. I'm going to go ahead and shut that down immediately and stop it right then and there. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear it, because I don't want to hear how bad I'm treating you. I don't want to hear how bad, how the lack of emotional connection I have. I don't want to hear about the lack of affection. I know it. I don't want to hear about it, because hearing it from you and knowing it myself and hearing it from you are two totally different things, because I can know it myself and live with it. Hearing it from you, it's just like you bring about the shame, you bring about the accusations and the guilt, and all you bring about. It hurts, y'all. It just sucks. It's like you're rejecting how I'm treating you. And yes, I might not be treating you the best, but you're rejecting it outright. If you're saying it out loud, it's just different, y'all. So yeah, I'm going, not just me, most narcissistic people are going to strip away your voice if it's not giving them a compliment or some type of praise and things like that. They're just not going to do that. Why would, honestly, y'all, why would they do that? Why would they? You know, I'm just, this is me just trying to be real. Why would they give you compliments? I mean, why would they allow you to berate them? You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. But the opposite, the double standards exist. They're going to berate you if you're not treating them right. If the way you're treating them is not up to standard, guess what? You're going to hear about it. You're absolutely going to hear about it. You will not shut them down. You will not shut them down. So when you try to talk about when you want to talk about it, they shut you down. They rage out on you. They try to intimidate you. They give you a silent treatment. Sometimes they'll just leave the house, leave the room or whatever, leave the location or whatever. But if it's not going that way, if it's going to totally, if it's them, you can't get away from them. They'll follow you. They'll chase you down in the car. People crazy, y'all. They'll do whatever it takes for them. They'll do whatever it takes for them to get their point across. But your point stops as soon as you open your mouth. They'll keep you up late as hell at night to get their point across, but you can't get your point across. You know, one of the main statements that I hear when I'm talking to people over Zoom, I'm doing my Zoom calls, and I'm still doing them. One of the main things I hear is people say, the relationship isn't that bad if I don't talk, if I don't voice my opinion, if I don't talk about how they're treating me, the relationship isn't that bad if I don't speak. That absolutely, that argument kind of collapses in on itself like a damn neutron star. The relationship is terrible if you can't speak. If you can't speak, if you're not speaking, some people think not arguing is a flex. We never argue. So y'all just see eye to eye on every single thing. Typically, when you hear somebody say we never argue, it's because one or both of the people are scared to voice their opinions. One or both of the people is just being stifled. Typically, it's one person being stifled. You know what I mean? But both people can feel stifled too. Because me as a narcissist, this is how it works sometimes in my relationship. In previous years of my relationship before the awareness, I would feel like if I opened my mouth and told my wife that she was doing something wrong, it was going to lead to an argument. So I just wouldn't say anything. I know it sounds weird, doesn't it? It's just like, well, Lee, you're a narcissist. I'm pretty sure she felt the same way. Yeah, she felt the same way, but she felt the same way because of how I was treating her. You know what I mean? She felt that way because of how I was treating her, and I felt that way because of how I was treating her. But I blamed her for it. You see, I just put it onto her. You know what I mean? So sometimes narcissists can feel stifled, and they might open their mouth and tell you that they feel stifled. Like, I can't voice my opinion. I can't express myself to you because you will shut me down, because they'll shut you down. I'm just telling you, so I saw a saying one time. It says, you're never more alone than when you are in a relationship with a narcissist. You never feel more alone or feel more by yourself than when you are actively in a relationship with a narcissistic person or a toxic person. You feel alone. You feel like your voice doesn't matter, because it doesn't. Unless, like I said before, unless you groveling at their feet, begging them for something or thanking them for something or praising them like the fake God they are, then guess what? Everything is going to be criticism, y'all. They're going to take every single thing that you open your mouth and say to them as criticism. It's all criticism. If it's not praise, it's criticism. That's it. What about constructive criticism, Lee? If it's not praise, it's criticism. No criticism. Constructive, deconstructive, reconstructive. I don't care what kind of constructive, like construction paper, whatever, whatever it is. Like literally, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? What does it matter? Shout out to Sam. It really doesn't matter. If it's not praise, it is absolutely going to be criticism. And that's just me letting y'all know the crux of it all. So if you're dealing with a narcissist or toxic person, that's one of the telltale signs. How do you feel right now? I'm going to give you a scenario right now. I don't know, Lee, I don't really know if my significant other is a narcissist or a toxic person. How do I tell? Imagine this scenario real quick, y'all. Imagine something happened. Y'all got into an argument, or they said something out the way to you. You sat on it for a night or two, and then you decided to go up and talk to them about it. How do you feel how do you feel when you're about to go up to them and talk to them about it? How do you feel? Are you feeling super confident? Or are you feeling like, what's the point? Should I even say this? I know how this is going to go. Are you feeling anxious? Or your palms sweaty? Or your knees weak? Or your arms are heavy? Is there vomit on your sweater already? Did you have some of mom's spaghetti? I'm sorry. But seriously, how do you feel? How do you feel? Honestly, how do you feel? Does it feel like you have to step around the issues like eggshells? Do you feel like you're walking on eggshells to deal with this person? How do you feel when you have to go up to this person and try to work out an issue, try to work out a problem, try to confront them about something that they have actually done? How do you feel when you're trying to hold them accountable? How do you feel? It's about how you feel. I don't care about how the narcissist feels. I don't care about how you feel. How do you feel? It's about you. How do you feel about their behaviors? Because narcissistic people, they're going to do 99 or 98 times, they're going to pick themselves. Why'd I say that? Why not just say 100 out of 99? 101. I confuse myself with numbers sometimes, y'all. Seriously. But honestly, how do you feel? It's about you. Like I said, I don't care how the narcissist feels. You care about how they feel because you care about how they're going to react to you. If it's not praise, it's criticism, y'all. Nobody feels more voiceless or more unheard than a person that is in a toxic relationship with a narcissist. If you answered that question or that scenario with anything other than confidence, then you might be in a toxic relationship, y'all. There's a telltale sign right there. It just absolutely is. So I hope y'all stay empowered. I hope you stay. This is a journey, y'all. It's a journey. It's a healing journey. It's a healing journey. But anyways, y'all, stay tuned for another episode. I love y'all so much, y'all. Thank y'all. I really, truly appreciate every single one of y'all because as much as y'all learn from me, I learn even more from you. Live in-person meetup in Durham, North Carolina, July 23rd, 3 p.m. at Honeysuckle at Lakewood in Durham, North Carolina. Live in person. Come through and say, hey, me, Ben Taylor, maybe some other creators from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Like and subscribe. Thank you.